Alright, here's Meg here. So I got some new bearings, alright? I bought two just in case, you know, something like this in the future happened and I needed to replace the bearing. So so this is said bearing here. Okay, so these are the bearings here. I got these guys on Amazon, alright? It's from a company called uxcell. I don't know how good these are. Apparently this bearing is a very common bearing in China. Surprise. It's a 32906 according to the box. Alright, it says 32906 here. I will put a link in the description of this video where I got this bearing if you would like to order one, okay? But yeah, it's a 32906X, okay? The other bearing said 32906 only. It didn't have an X on it, so I'm not sure if this will work. But I made sure and I measured everything before I ordered it, alright? So when I get the race out of this, we'll measure everything again. We'll compare the two bearings together, okay? Alright, and then what does Hades Omega have going on today? Well, you guessed it. I gotta get the bearing race out of this bad boy, okay? So we need to take this old race out so we can put the new one in. So I don't know if they really intended you to remove these or not, alright? So what Hades Omega is gonna do is I'm gonna get a torch. Okay, there's a couple things we can do, alright? I can put it back in the oven and let the whole thing expand, and then I could try to tap it on this and hopefully it'll just fall right out. Alright, if not, we can also try to pry it out with a screwdriver or pick or something. I don't know if that's gonna work, okay? But I'm hoping that this will expand enough, the cup, it'll expand enough where we can just tap it on this and it'll just fall right out, I hope. Alright, so that's my plan. Alright, so we could either use an oven or could use a torch to do this. Alright, so if you guys don't know, aluminum expands at a faster rate than steel does. Okay, so aluminum will expand more than the steel, so the steel should just fall out because that's the bearing races are made out of. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this guy up. I'm going to clean up all the oil off of it as much as possible so it doesn't smoke so much when we heat it up. And then I'm just going to get a torch and I'm going to heat up the cup on the bottom part. Or I'm just going to heat the cup up around. I think it might be better to put it in the oven. I'm not sure, man. But I don't want to get the oven all smoky and stuff. So I'm pretty sure some smoke is going to come out. So. Okay, it's either that or we get a new adapter cup. All right, and I could not find another beefy headset. All right, the upgraded Sauron tapered roller bearing kit. I couldn't find one. All right, the only place you can get them is from Lunicycle, and they didn't have any. So I'm stuck just having to replace the one bad bearing on the top. Okay, so that's the plan. So there's a couple things we can do. Is to heat it in the oven. All right, we will try that if the torch doesn't work. Heat it up with the torch for a while, and then we're gonna bang it on this anvil here, and hopefully it'll fall off. Okay, just drop down. All right, or hopefully it'll drop down enough where we can get a tool in there and we could just pry it out. Okay, as much as possible. I'm trying not to damage this. Okay. Another thing we could do is, yeah, we could try to pry it off with some kind of tool, but it would be very hard to get some kind of tool in there, man. Yeah, I think the best thing to do would be to try to heat it up and then just hopefully we can get it to come out with gravity and striking it. Okay, so that's the plan. Okay, so I'm gonna go clean it up really well with some napkins. Try to get off as much of that grease as possible. Then we'll bust out the torch, and then we'll see if we can do this. I'll make sure I wear some heat-resistant gloves too. All right. Okay, so I've cleaned it up as good as I could. Okay, there's still some stuff on there. I try to just clean out as much of the grease as possible. All right, I've got some oven mitts. All right, probably just need one. And then I got a MAP gas torch. All right, so here we go. I gotta try to make sure I heat it up uniformly. Here we go. Let's make sure everything that could melt or burn is out of the way. I know this is going to be kind of hard. Here we go. How long to heat it up for? Oh, it's already red hot. Oh, there, it just came off. There it is. Wow, magic. Well, the cup turned the cup turned brown. All the anodizing burned off. once the anodizing, holy moly, dude. that worked. That worked really good. I'm not gonna lie, I think we should have used propane because it heated up way too fast. All right, but yeah, that worked like a charm. It came right out. Yeah, it's just gonna be a funky color now. It turned into like a rust color. That's kind of funny, but the cup came right out. All right. So I know, should we try to put the new one in? Yeah, I was amazed how fast it just fell out. I didn't have to do anything. Holy moly. So there you go. Thermal expansion, guys. It works. It's science. Okay, so there we go. I got the race out. So now let's go compare it to the new bearing. Okay, and then we're gonna have to heat this up again and try to put it in there. All right, let me see if I can just press this race in here. Well, it's still hot. I didn't freeze it or anything, so, but judging from how easily that slipped in there, I think we'll be good. let's just heat it up again real quick. And then I'll just try to drop it in there. I think that's how I did it last time. All right, let's try that. It got caught on my fingernail. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna get burned. Hold on. Well, it fell right out when I dropped it, so. Yeah. Let me put this in the freezer and see if Okay, so here's the plan. The plan is to I'm cooling the bearing down right now in the freezer. What I'm gonna do, it's still really hot, is so like this is the other race right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the race in there, all right, and then if it doesn't want to go, I've got a 32mm socket here, okay, and then we're just gonna put that, pop it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. All right, and then I'm gonna very lightly tap on it. If I tap on it too hard, it's metal to metal, okay? It's steel to steel. It may damage the race, all right? So I have to make sure and tap it very lightly. But if we heat it up, it should just slip right in. So as you saw, it just slipped right out. So The 9.8 meters per second squared was enough to pull it out of there. Okay, so if you guys don't know, that's the acceleration of gravity. Okay, so I'm gonna go get the frozen race. Okay, I froze it for like 5 minutes. Let me get this out of the way so I don't confuse it. Okay, that's the frozen one. I'm gonna go heat this up again. Oh, it's changing color again. I think we're good. Okay, I'm gonna try to drop it in there. Okay, then it drop in. Where's the freaking where's the socket, man? Oh my god. Where's the? I couldn't find the freaking thing. Okay, that's not working. Let me hit it with a extension or something. Let's pull it out again. There we go. Oh, dude, the bearing race turned purple. Okay, I'm gonna very lightly tap it with this. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. I installed it. It turned orange now. It turned from like a rust color to like a copper color. It's kind of weird. It definitely, it's got that purplish burnt metal look to it now too. Okay, but there you go. I got it installed, and okay, we'll let it cool down, and we'll see how well it's in there. Okay, there it is. Okay. Nice color. It did not install. It did not. I don't know. I just couldn't get it in there straight, man. But yeah, definitely putting it upside down and hitting the cup helped. Hopefully I didn't damage the race at all, but when it cools down, we'll find out. Okay, so that looks like we're done with installing the race. Let's go compare the new bearing with the old bearing. Okay, so next time I do this, guys, I think I'm going to for one thing, I'll probably just buy a new headset kit, but next time I think I'll use a propane torch. I think the map torch, all right, the yellow gas, is way too hot. Way too. You saw like it took like less than a minute to get it up to temperature. Maybe you could use both, I guess. Heat it up with the map torch real quick, and then you hit it with the propane. But I think the best thing to do is to put it in the oven. Put it in the oven for 15 minutes. That's the way I usually do it, and then just bring it here, and then freeze the race, and then try to get it in there. Hopefully it's in there good. Anyway, right now we're going to go compare the bearings. All right. So here's the two bearings side by side. The original bearing is on the right, and the new bearing is on the left. Okay, I'm gonna use this as a pointer stick. All right, so here it says 32906X. Okay, here it says 32906. All right, so this one has an X. Why it has an X, I don't know. Okay, but I can tell you this The race looks a lot. The race looks different on this bearing. Yeah, there's like an extra. It's more open. You can see a lot more of the bearing. Yeah. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. As long as it works, I don't really care. All right, but yeah, you could definitely see into the bearing more on this one, okay? All right, so let's go get some. The only thing we can do is get some measurements. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna zoom out a little bit here. So I'm gonna let's just check the races real quick. Okay, there's the two bearings side by side. Let's measure the outer diameter. It looks like 47 millimeters. Yeah, 47 millimeters. Okay, and the stock one is 47 millimeters. Yep. Okay. Let's measure the inner diameter. Doesn't really make a difference, but okay, we got 40 millimeter inner diameter for the race. Here we've got an inner diameter of 40 millimeters. Okay. Approximately 40 millimeters. Okay, cool. Okay, so those are the two races. At a glance, is there anything different with them? Yeah, this one is it gets a little flat here. Oh, I don't know, it's probably because the bearing's been sitting on it, but it looks like it's kind of flat at the end here. It's supposed to be tapered all the way. No, it's tapered all the way. Yeah, literally they look almost the same. Okay, this one might be a little thicker. It looks like it's a little thicker, I'm not sure. Okay. All right, let's set these aside. Okay, so another measurement that they make is the inner diameter of the actual bearing, the inner race. Okay, the other one we measured was the outer race. Okay, this looks to be 29 millimeters almost. Yep, 29 millimeters inner diameter. This is 29 millimeters inner diameter, or 30 millimeters. I just saw 29. Yeah, that's closer to 30. Okay. And then the next measurement that they make is how thick it is. All right, the width. All right, and the width of this is, I would say, 12 millimeters ish. Boy, this one has a lot of play in it. Okay, 12 millimeters. This is about 12 millimeters. All right, 12.11. I think the other one was 12.12. 12.17. This one's a little bit thicker. I think it'll be fine. Okay, and then just at a glance, is there any differences between them that I can see? Well, I'll tell you this. The part where the back part, you can see into the bearings more, okay? You can see the roller bearings in there, where here you can't really see the roller bearings all that much. All right, how loose is this guy? It's very loose. See how much play there is? A lot of play. This one, not a lot of play. I'd say that's 1-2 millimeters of play. All right, I don't really know too much about these tapered roller bearings. All right, this one looks like it's more like maybe 3 or 4 millimeters. All right, double the play. So hopefully that'll be okay. I'm hoping that'll be okay. All right. Yeah, there's really no other comparisons I can make, you know. Oh, this one has grease in it, so this one is definitely going to be smoother. All right, and the reason we're changing this is because this is broken here, and the outer race was a little kind of had nicks and stuff in it, so I wanted to put a new one. All right. So let's get the races. We'll just drop them in there. Okay, and yeah, there we go. That's how it works. And really, when the bearing is in the race, it doesn't really move at all. So the issue of it, the cage or the the retainer moving around a lot is, I think it's not that big of an issue, because it's going to be pressing down. Yeah, this one I feel is kind of gritty and stuff and not moving so well. It's the this guy's probably not. I don't know. Yeah, this one feels like it doesn't move as easily, but it's got grease in it, so. This one's so smooth, look at that. Okay. All right, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this part of the video. In this video, we removed the old race, all right, this one right here. All right, we heated it up with a MAP gas torch. All right. I heated it up until it changed color. Right? When I noticed it started changing color, it literally, I had it upside down and it just fell right out. It went whoop. Okay. I thought like I might have to like pick it up and bang it on the thing to get it to come out, but no, it just slipped right out. Okay. It was quite easy. I was worried how I was going to get it out, and that did the trick. All right. In my honest opinion, I think I should have used propane gas, all right? I think propane probably would have been the better choice. It probably would have heated it up more gradually. It probably wouldn't have changed color, okay? So, and then we installed it. I used the same method. I used the MAP gas again, all right? And once I saw it change color again, I tried to drop it in there, and I had some problems. Can I touch this now? Yeah, I can touch it. All right, so I had some problems with it wanting to fall out. All right, oh no, it came in crooked. All right, I put it in crooked. It's hard to get it in there. It's like it has to go in there pretty deep. All right, I hope it's in there all the way. It looks like it. Once we tighten the headset, it'll probably go in more. I'm not sure, but it looks like it's in there all the way. And then yeah, and then it changed color again. It's this kind of copper color, so I think I'll just roll with it. It looks kind of cool. So it went from black to kind of like an orange, and now it's kind of like a copper color, okay? And then, yeah, so I couldn't get it in there straight, so I turned it upside down, and I hit it with a rubber mallet, all right? Boom. All right, it's a dead blow hammer. All right, and then once I got it in there, all right, once it was in there and you couldn't hit it anymore, I got a... I think we used this. Did we use this? I can't remember. I have to watch the video again. How did I get it in there? Yeah, I think we used the socket and we hit it until it popped in there, and then it did. All right. So, I think, yeah, I think if you don't want it to change color like that, it's probably best if you heat it up in the oven, all right? Heat it up in like a small oven. I have a small oven. That's what I normally do, okay? But I wanted to try the MAP gas. And the MAP gas is too hot, okay? It gets too hot too fast, all right? I think next time I will try propane, all right? Propane will probably heat it up for like a minute or two. The MAP gas, it took like less than a minute to heat it up, okay? And is it in there? Let's find out. Yep, it's not going anywhere. And it changed to blue color. It changed to a blue color. I don't think it's damaged at all. It looks like it's fine. Okay, so where's the bearing? Okay, so this is the bearing for it, and it's just all right, it's just gonna go on there like that. Okay, and then there'll be some other stuff in there. There'll be like a little sealing thing right here, and then another seal on top. Okay, there's like a bunch of crap that goes on top of this. But yeah, that looks good. We should have a nice, tight, smooth steering with this, okay? So the bottom one I didn't change because it's fine, all right? But I do have I have this other bearing, okay? I bought 2 bearings, so just in case this happened again to one of them, I could fix it, all right? So the top one was in worse shape than the bottom, so I decided just to change the top, all right? The bottom one I think will be fine. All right, so what could happen if the bearing gets damaged or it gets worn out is what happens is there's notches that form. See, yeah, you can see it. All right, if you look here. So there it is. So if you look at it, yeah, you can see the notches on it from the bearings pressing on it. All right. If I run my fingernail over it, I can feel it. Yeah, I can feel it. There's little notches in there. Okay, and then at some point when it gets worse and worse, your steering will get stuck. Okay, your steering will get notchy. So like when you turn the handlebar, it'll get stuck. All right, and then you have to turn it a little harder to get it to keep it going. All right, and then you turn it again, it'll get stuck again. You know, your steering will become notchy. It won't be smooth like this. All right, see how smooth that is? That's why this doesn't feel smooth, all right? Because the race is worn out. It's not necessarily the bearing. I know the bearings probably are fine, all right? The bearings are very strong, but the race is messed up, okay? It's the race, that one that gets messed up, all right? And whatever you do, don't mix and match bearings and races, okay? If you're gonna install a new bearing, make sure you install the race, okay? I think one time I mixed them up. that was probably, and then I noticed my steering was notchy on my DR650, so. Okay, but I didn't really notice that on the light beef, but it was only a matter of time where I would be able to notice it. Okay, I would say it was probably halfway there to where like you would notice it, you know. And you don't want that. You want the steering to be smooth. All right. Okay, so there you go. That we uninstalled the race, and then we installed a new race, and then we compared the two bearings to each other. So that's what was accomplished in this video, and so now I can continue to install my forks. Okay, so look forward to those videos. All right, here's Big Out. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys learned something. That's how you change the bearing race out on a Sauron tapered roller bearing headset. Okay, I think I paid $20 for two bearings. It was somewhere around that. I will put a link in the description where I got these bearings from. Okay, if you would like to order some. It looks like it's the right one. We did all the measurements and everything, and it was perfect. All right, they were exactly the same almost. Okay, yeah. So so the reason I'm doing this is because I could not find another of those Sauron beefy headsets. Okay, Lunicycle is the only one that sells them that I know of in the United States. All right, if I imported it from like UK or something, it would cost like $100. That's not worth it. All right. I think this is like $10. The one bearing is like $10. I think it was around 20 bucks. I will have the Amazon link where I got these bearings from. How good they are, I don't know. Okay, but I think they'll be fine. All right. One thing, well, before we install the new bearings, or before we install the bearings on the headset, we got to grease it. Okay, that's the last thing we got to do. And I'm not gonna get that on video. It's just boring. Okay. Honestly, I would just buy the whole kit. All right. If I could have just bought the whole kit, I would have just, you know, I could have replaced both of them. I could have just replaced one of them and had one for spare parts, you know. But the kit was like, I think the kit's about 50 bucks. So I think the headset upgrade kit is reasonably priced. Okay, is what I'm gonna say. But yeah, I saved a lot of money by just buying the bearing. Okay, but also my cup changed color. So. But it's probably my fault. I should have used propane. All right, I didn't think the map gas would make it change color so fast. All right, but that's how I knew it was hot enough. It started changing color. All right, it's Big Out. Thanks for watching.